Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the Nexus Gaming Series. I'm your caster, Bahamut. On the left-hand side, we have the members of Save the Murloc, and on the right is going to be Winky Face. This is a Division C East matchup. Thank you all for joining me once again on this Tuesday evening. And I'm sure you're sitting there at home, and you're wondering why and how we might have gotten to Sky Temple. Let me get you there really quickly. And we did have the coin flip being won by the members of Winky Face. Infernal Shrines was banned out by them, as well as Volskaya Foundry. Towers of Doom and Cursed Hollow were banned out by Save the Murloc, and since they had the choice of maps, since the other team had first pick, Sky Temple is going to be chosen by them as our game number one here. And I like that as a game number one. I think it's a great map. I think it's you can get a lot of interesting plays, and it also really can just, you're testing the enemy's macro, and you're testing your own ability to team fight and separate and play on your own kind of, well, skill level. Also, hello to Angus, Hero Sharebot, Miss Windup Bird, how are you doing? Tootie, how you doing, bud? I'm sitting at home. I'm glad you're sitting at home, Tootie. I'm wondering why and how. We got to Sky Temple. Well, I'm so glad I could have provided you that information, but we are here on Sky Temple, and let's figure out what this draft is going to be as it does unfold here. We have this Abathur and this Joanne on the right-hand side, with a Dahaka and Kel'Thas being banned out on the left. So really good global play, as well as a lot of great team fighting with that Kel'Thas and Dahaka, and just the same thing on the side of the members of Winky Face. But a Zeratul first pick, a high priority Chen coming out from the members of Save the Murloc. That's a very early Chen. Do we get Wandering Keg? I mean, here's the thing. It's point control. You got a boss that is considered a throw pit. You can steal away. I mean, there's tons of Wandering Keg options. The reason a lot of people do go into stagger is because of the fact that you do have the removal of, or not stagger, they go into the Storm, Earth, and Fires because you have the removal of the stagger damage. Excuse me, when you come out of that. What'd you get, bud? Sorry, he's trying to find a toy. That epic musical pause synchronized with the pause and speaking was epic. I clipped it. Please post it. I didn't even catch it. I don't have any sort of I don't have any monitoring for the draft loop or anything. All right, but we do have a so that was a Lucio also going to be picked up with that Chen, and then a Rexar and a Rhaegar. This is unfolding very well. Oh, I see what you grabbed. You got your. Love that. Alright, so Zeratul, Rexar, and Rhaegar. So great heals coming out from the Rhaegar. Rexar holds their own lane on their own, and Zeratul can wander and get some picks here and there. It's just a threat that you're going to need to care about consistently throughout this game now. And it's quite a large map, so making sure you're kind of communicating that the Zeratul's disappeared on the friendly side is going to be a high priority coming out from Save the Murloc. But ETC was banned out by them, as they do need a main tank on their right-hand side. Ancestral Healing and ETC kind of pair together with that Mosh Pit. They could also go into the Stage Dive, and that's just a great global tool for them, but they're going to answer with another global, I guess another global ban in a sense. Falstead will be removed. Abathur in a sense is global. He does have that tunnel every 40 seconds. I think it's actually 30. Might be 30. I can't remember. But we do have the Chen Lucio, so they're going to need some extra damage. I would say that they're going to need a main tank as well. Chen's probably going to be playing that bruiser role, and so you have that exactly right there. A Nuvarak for the main tank, and then Sylvanas for some extra push power. A lot of own there's some great self-sustain, some great mobility, as well as great siege coming out from this team. Nuvarak, a little bit in the siege department, does okay. They got some okay wave clears. Chen is great in wave clear. Sylvanas is great in wave clear. Lucio, not so much, but that's really not what their role is for. Last two picks coming out from the members of Winky Face. They need a main tank, and they need some extra damage with the Zeratul. I don't hate the idea of a Diablo, but they're going to go for Tyrael and a Kerrigan. Okay. Kerrigan's just going to be strong for the team fight over the points and the lane put. I like this Kerrigan because also Ancestral Healing thrown onto her from that Rhaegar while she has the Maelstrom is just going to be a way to sustain that moment a little bit longer right there. Watching in between Apex games. Well, good luck, Miss Windup Bird, in your Apex games. I wish you all the best in your oh my god, what do they call it? In your Legend? No, that's not right. Alarak, hello? But your first placed. It's not a Call to Chicken. I can't think of it. When you win first place in Apex, I can't remember what it's called. Either way, good luck. I hope you get a ton of those. We do have a Alarak to round out the rest of this draft. Still, great team fighting around from that. Nuvarak will be pairing into that with a lot of great CC that Alarak could then step forward into and also control with that telekinesis. The silences from Alarak will be impactful into the team, as well as on top of the You have that Wailing Arrow from Sylvanas. As we cut to my co-caster doing his nails currently. He's got to make sure that those back feet look great for all of you. But thank you all for joining me. We are going to be pushing on into this first match in just a moment. We do have a second match after this one. It is going to be a match between, what is it, Piecemeal and Lurk Patrol. And that's a Division C West matchup, so do not miss out on that one. As I have a... Oh, I got another replay that was summoned through. Speaking of replays, you can throw your replays in my replay channel in my Discord. It's a great place to get replays done. Okay, so I was wondering where someone put it, but either way, let's go ahead and jump into our first game, our first match. On the left-hand side, we got the members of Save the Murloc. We're going to be having Apollo on the Lucio. Odium Reigns is going to be on the Sylvanas. Qlar is going to be on that Alarak. Shaggy will be on the Chen, and Sean will be on that Nubarak. On the right-hand side, we've got the members of Winky Face. We've got Genzor is going to be on that Tyrael. We have Brickhouse going to be on the Kerrigan. Michael is going to be on the Zeratul. Zhao is going to be on that Rhaegar. And we have Full Mango going to be on the Rexxar right there, that Misha bear. Mostly Misha. Rexxar just kind of stands in the back line and throws axes here and there. We do also have the, is that Applied Force? No, Ruthless Momentum at level 1 for the Alarak right there. So not going to be reducing any of the sadism anytime early with the sustained lightning build that we often do see. I'm looking around, I'm looking through the level 1 talents as well as trying to make sure I'm keeping them all on screen. It looks like Chen's just going to go straight into top lane. We do have Sylvanas with the Unfurling Shadow, so going to be doing a little bit more sustained damage with that, as well as going to be having a lot more initial damage thrown onto these members, which might force them back in some of these fights. Proc Zhao to heal up the friendly team a little bit earlier. We're just going to jump into this bottom lane as well, take a peek at what it looks like for the for these two teams. We have the vision control right now, so we can actually jump onto the Alarak. You can see how they're playing in the bush right now. They are picking up this experience, but they're not showing to the enemy team. We jump onto the Zeratul, who's literally standing still. This is something to note here. When a stealth hero isn't moving, they have full invisibility, so the team can't see them. There's no shimmer or whatsoever. Once that Zeratul moves, then it's going to be shown. But this bottom lane, they're just soaking experience. And the waves will pretty much be even the entire time. This is... What is this? What is this, chat? What is this? Lightning build is falling out of favor with the buffs to Q. You can yeah, I agree. Like, there was a lot of lightning build when... I see the lightning build here and there, but it definitely is falling off a little bit. It definitely is falling off a little bit in priority. It's all of a sudden like teams are just like, well, we don't have to just go into that one. Okay, cool. Sorry, I was getting a Twitch clip from someone. And so now let's jump onto the vision for... I don't know if we could have seen it right there. I don't know if they moved around enough where they could see. Either way, it's just something to highlight really quickly. While we do have this kind of slow beginning, a lot of heroes are just looking for those regeneration globes. They're looking to stack up some early quests. Sylvanas is mostly just going to be grabbing camps and rotating around, applying map pressure, which is a really, really strong tool for them right now. Applying that across the board, which will force the Zeratul like this right here to answer at some point. And then we had literally, no joke, Qlar sat in this bush for almost 4 levels from the beginning of the game. Like, they didn't do anything. They ended up getting Show of Force, which realistically, like, that's when this Alarak would be coming online right now, is because of the fact that they'll be able to get those combos. Well, so long as they get those combos, they'll be able to stack up to 20% total, and every time they do one of the combos, I believe it's you have to land all 3 abilities within 2 seconds, and you get 2%, correct? Yeah, 3, 2, and then 2. Yep. You can, that's our... Anyways, we do have this dive in from a Nubarak right now. They're trying to zone out Zhao. That's going to be a nice Impale coming out as well. They did have a really good Misha charge to slow them down in that engagement. I think Zhao would have maybe been dead if they continued to press onto the Rhaegar right there. For a hot second, I swapped all the numbers around in this, and I did 3-2-3, and it's just like... Oh, perfect. Oh, perfect. That's an easy way to remember it. Yo, Pally! Thank you so much for the host. Welcome, everyone, from Pally's stream. I hope you had a great cast, my friend. I got to catch the majority of it, and then I had to leave. But thank you so much for the host. Welcome, everyone. We are getting into game number 1 of our best of 3 series, of our actually 2 best of 3 series that we have this evening. Chen going to be on this top lane point. Going to be getting some shots in right there. We have the Tyrael in this mid lane going to be trading out. And you can just realistically see that it's going to be top lane fort for mid lane front gate. No, well, not the whole fort. Well, Hold on. Sorry, I'm going to contradict myself really quickly. That's definitely, with all that laser charge still left, they can get this top lane for it, and that's a huge pickup. This mid lane, still going to get some damage onto the front gate, and they still have to hit the well, so a lot more value coming in through this top lane right there. As they do hit 7s on either side, we're going to be 4 minutes into the game. We do have Alarak still pushing out in that bottom lane, and while we do see them down there, let's actually jump through and cycle through the other numbers as we have these early game damage numbers just coming up now, as Brickhouse is going to be targeted right there. Going to get a decent amount of damage in from the Sylvanas, and they're trying to heckle that Misha. Not going to be able to pick up the kill right there, and it's still 0-0 in kills. No one's died. I don't even think the Misha's died just yet either. A very, very good game coming out for the beginning of both these teams. They'll stack up, and the power level could... I don't know if Genzer got caught by that, or if they just came out of the bush and it just happened. It was just, I was just like, ooh, it's a panic moment right there. Yo, Selexia, thank you so much for the 69 bits, and seriously, thank you so much for the resubscription. Thank you for 5 months of support, my friend. I will resend your alerts when we get out of this, but look at this aggressive encamp invade coming out from Anubrak and Apollo. And it looks like Sean and Apollo will be able to force them back, but Genzers is going to be coming in here. QLR is going to be joining in as well. Michaelin going to round the corner. They don't have 10s or anything, so there's no VP to set up any sort of big blow-up afterwards, but this is at least just going to be a small fight breaking out. That was the healing totem coming out from Zhao in the backline, so they can cycle out and get some healing. And they just end up getting a few abilities. They steal away the camp, and they just back right out. They know that's going to be cleared out, so they jump onto the left-hand side. They'll continue to push out the wave and just add more pressure. Yo, Paco the Sage, thank you so much for the resubscription. Thank you for using your Twitch Prime here, my friend. Thank you for the 2 months of support. Thank you. I really, really love you. Yeah, I said it. What are you going to do about it? Teach me how to be this level of observer. It's just your center mouse wheel. That's all it is. I push down the center mouse wheel and I move the camera around. That's all I do. I watch the minimap mostly too. I do a lot of minimap watching. Like when you see me just like stuttering and stalling in a sentence, that's me just looking at the minimap trying to see if there's anything that I can jump to. Typically also you want to watch the top bars, but that's kind of hard. Because if you're watching the minimap, how are you gonna look at the top of the screen? No, I'm just kidding. But that's another thing too, is just watch the top bars. We do have our bottom lane engagement. They actually just force right out of this. They could try and pressure up onto the bottom with their 10 talent tier advantage, and that's maybe what they're going to be going for. Look at the aggressive wraparound coming in from Sean and Shaggy. Can they get this here? They don't have Wandering Keg because they don't know how to control one correctly. No, I'm just kidding. They're going to go ahead and pick up the Kerrigan right there. They're going to find a Misha on top of it. Tyrael will be able to sneak right out, but they end up getting their 10 talents just a touch too late, and they don't have their Kerrigan for this next fight. They'll have to wait until she's back up for that. Nice thing is, though, 10 seconds left on her. Not too long. Spicy drafts. Oh, I love spicy drafts. Huddle passive aggressively. Imagine shot calling for both teams. Why would I don't want a shot call for both teams. Let's actually pull back up the talents so we can at least look at the other numbers right there. And, or other talents right there, not numbers. We'll cycle through the other numbers before we get into our 13s. But this is also going to be the Zeratul clearing out that top lane a little bit. Alarek's still working their way through mid. And let's actually jump onto the vision for them really quickly and just see how they're kind of playing this. They were pushing up in the lane a little bit as the enemy team started to kind of step up towards them, so they back off, they regrouped, and I guess since it was a 4v4, they didn't want to aggress any further onto it, so they'll just back off, and this is just going to be kind of a reset on the map. But I will say this, members of Save the Murloc are doing really, really well so far in our game number 1 here. The momentum is very much in their favor. They're starting to roll away a little bit with this experience. Let's jump onto those numbers right there so you can get an idea of where that is actually coming from, and whether it's just the single heroic kill that we've had so far, or if it's going to be a little bit more in the siege damage, the passive experience gain, as well as the overall pressure they've conducted on this map. Oh, for caster, yeah. Tyrael goes down. Gonna try and get some passive onto Odium Reigns. That was me reading Twitch chat for a little too long. That's gonna be Storm, Earth, and Fire gonna be coming out as well. They're gonna be able to back out of this, but they got the Tyrael kill, which is, I think, as much as they wanted to continue this pressure up through mid lane. Alarak's gonna get a whole lot of good damage right there. Brickhouse will get the Ancestor healing thrown onto them. That is the Misha charge through a couple of those pandas, but that is Shaggy still going back into that original form. Sylvanas with the Banshees forward. Won't be proccing them, but at least just getting some extra damage onto that fort. We do have a double altar phase or double temple phase coming up here in just a a moment, but with the kill that they just had and the fort that they just took down, with the lanes also pressured up as so far as they already are, they're going to be able to aggressively steal away this camp. Let's actually jump to the Anub'arak vision really quickly so you can see. They know that the Rexar's on top. They can count 2 members in mid. They're not going to be expecting an invade coming out from Rhaegar or from the Kerrigan. That would just basically be suicide on them, so they can just either assume they're on camps in top lane, or they're just playing it safer or just scouting them out, maybe sitting in some of these back bushes. But you can still see that they don't have not as much, but they don't have really any fear of the enemy team. They're kind of rotating, doing what they want. They've got an agenda here. They're on the siege giant camp on the right, on the left, up to the middle, or up to the top left. They'll probably go up here, clear out this top lane, then rotate down and go for the objective. Actually, they'll send the Chen up here to go ahead and do that, and that's a really, really good advancement into the lane. Take this into your own games. You have some advantage. You can see where the enemy team is. You can currently count 3 members in bottom lane on the map. Cool, that Chen can make it out if 2 members try and dive onto him. That's just going to be an easy out for them, and cool. We'll just send them further forward into the lane. They'll be able to go get that clear for us, and now we have top lane cleared out. We got pressure coming in. They're going to sacrifice bottom. Do they try and take this invade on the side of Winky Face? They've hit their 13s as well. It's even talent here in that right. They're still in bottom lane, so this would be a 4v5. They do have the Misha Bear, which acts as kind of an extra member, but then Rexar's a little bit low themselves. Burrow charge forward. They're looking to get onto some of these members. Boars are out as well from Full Mango. They are going to be burning through this cocoon. A lot of abilities are going to be used here, but without much synergy intact between them. They're just kind of throwing out the abilities. And, you know, if the Tyrael wasn't being web wrap there, the cocoon, that would have been a great way to advance onto the enemy team, but Tyrael was web wrap, so they couldn't step further forward. They do have the cleanse on a Full Mango, who already lost the Misha Bear. That's going to be the mid lane temple already ending. Zeratul is going to be leaving bottom in a second, but Tyrael ends up going down, trying to get some passive once again. Going to get that explosion onto just the Alarak, who's going to continue to live through all that. 132 sadism on this Alarak. That's something to note really quickly. That is a whole lot of sadism. Let's actually see. Can we see? Let's jump onto the Alarak controller really quickly just to see. So we have 7 stacks from show, or here's the breakdown. Takedowns 15%, show of force 14, and then right of Rakshir, I think Rakshir? Someone in chat will correct me with the phonetic pronunciation. Either way, a lot of good stacks coming out from those autos. VP on a couple. Can they follow up with this? Maelstrom coming out from the Kerrigan. Did they dive further in? No, they're still in these minions. That's going to be the Boars out from the Rexar. They have the Impale coming out as well. Nice break it down from the Lucio. That is also going to be the Sanctification from the Tyrael. They're continuing to chase this further out in this top lane. They're doing their best to fight this. This is going to be Michael, and having to get that blink out. Brickhouse is very, very low. That is going to be the Chen going down, though. They managed to get that first kill in their favor. They're trying to push further in. This Rexar did get web wrapped in the background. Anub'arak is going to go down as well. They haven't lost a member yet, doing a great job of cycling in and out with their low health pool heroes and picking down the enemy team. A huge turnaround and a huge power spike and momentum spike for the members of Winky Face. It may not seem like it, but at the same time, they have pushed back the enemy team. This will give them a solid 20 seconds, 30 seconds on the map to push back these lanes. They'll find their own 16s, and then this objective should be popping up fairly soon around that. It will be a 5v5 fight over that point, but at least they're going to be closer in that experience, if not on the same level. And that's, I think, the big Rakshir. Thank you. But being on the same talent tier for the next objective, that's a huge win for them, because that means they don't have to just give this over anymore. Because that's what it was looking like. Why is it full mango and not full papaya? I don't know. How you doing, Ghost Bear? Sorry to anyone I might have missed. Ektar, how you doing, bud? Alrighty. Objective popping up. 16s are right around the corner. They'll get that through the mid lane as I chug tea. Please don't fight while I put this back down. Alright, cool. Now you guys can all fight. Go back into it. Fight each other. But this is going to be objective here. Let's actually look at the 16s really quickly. I kind of pulled that away a little too quickly. They're setting up for this. They got to make a move. They're just going to be... They already lost... They're going to be losing a top lane keep. If they just kind of play around this point like this, they're going to be... This whole wraparound for the Vision, I don't know, is going to be working out too well for them. Either way, let's see what they're able to do as they now step forward onto Shaggy, who does have the Storm, Earth, and Fire. They are going to go ahead and pop that right there. Break It Down was used by Lucio. Boars are going to be released from that Rexar as well. Maelstrom was used by Kerrigan. Nice Sanctification, and Sean is separated from the friendly team. They just go back into the VP. It's like, this is a safe spot for me. I'll be fine in here. No one can do damage to me inside this giant bubble. And they're going to continue to step forward. They want to try and kill this Alarak, who's getting a great amount of reverse pressure onto them, but that's going to be Alarak going down. A whole lot of sadism being reset right there. 100 stacks. Back to 100 stacks. And they're actually gonna, I was gonna say, they're gonna completely leave this, even though they only had 1 kill, they're just gonna leave that and say, let's just get boss. We've got bottom lane pressure, we're gonna try and push him with that. Chen gonna make the cheeky play and go ahead and jump onto this point. They do see them on here, it's very obvious with that. Also, they know that shots are coming through, but if Chen can get this, it might, I think this, yeah, this, with the catapult right there, that's gonna take down the top lane keep. So, realistically, they're trading boss for keep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's actually the last couple went out, or 1 or 2 went over there, but either way, can they get boss value here now that they've kind of made that decision? They're like, well, we kind of have to get value with this now. And Michaelin doesn't have VP for the next 39 seconds as they're going to continue to step forward. Boss is going to be barreling up bottom lane. Kerrigan did have the cocoon thrown on them, but that might have been a little bit early because Brickhouse got cleared out. They're able to back out, and no setup is around that for them now. They're not able to then capitalize on that Kerrigan being isolated from the team. Or she didn't dive too far forward, and then you got it. Chen just going to be going ahead and doing panda things in the top lane. Just like, hey guys, I'm going to go ahead and grab this camp. Maybe I'll join the friendly team, but it looks like you all have this clear. I don't like that boss. I agree. It'll be better when you start the replay cast, but I might be biased. Sad that they had to clean up so much, missed a good boss opportunity. I agree. I agree. Well, they're going to back off. They're going to go for the clear into these lanes and save the Murlocs. Have done a great job of just saving the map for themselves in a sense here. They've constantly had pressure in the lanes that is always pushing out in their favor. Oh man, look at this here. I want to just show the vision right now. Okay, I thought they were going to go for an invade onto this, but it's a little bit late in that, right? They do have the vision. They're actually going to be coming in here. That's going to be the Wailing Arrow from Sylvanas. Sanctification was used by Tyrael. They're turning this around. Odium Reigns is going to have a lot of damage thrown on them. They're trying to get out with the Banshees, but they don't manage to. That was the break it down used right in the backline. Shaggy taking a lot of damage on this Storm Earth and Fire clone, and I think there's only the 2 left. If they kill both of these, that's the main Chen going down, but now they're back into the main form. They go back to their original health. Lucio will be chased down here and going down. That is going to be Sean, so very low as well. Can they find a pick onto Sean? Nice reverse, but hey, Zhao's here to bite you in the butt, and that will be the Anubrak going down as well. So that's going to be a 3-for-none trade all over that play to potentially steal away this camp. They got into this bottleneck right here, and that was actually the best place for Tyrael. It was like, cool, I'm going to hit the R button, and we just fight, and you all have to deal with this. But with that, I was going to say, yeah, they need to be forcing both of these objectives. They've got Michaelin on the bottom. Rexar and Tyrael are going to top lane. Shaggy's just trying to take as many shots at this as possible before they're forced off the point. We do have Alarak stepping forward, trying to get a few more of those show of 4 stacks, but now Gens are on the point. Double temple phase in favor for the members of Winky Face, and the pressure is being applied. Bottom lane and top lane going to be just shredded through, and there's a decent amount of shots on both of these. I don't think it will take down... Like, bottom lane keep, I think it might be just really, really close when it comes to its last little bit of health. Yeah. Top lane, though, I think just lose its front gate and take a little bit of damage onto the well. Still, that's a great play coming out from Winky Face. Let's cycle through the numbers before we get into the level 20 talent tiers in just a moment. We do have that Zeratul Hearthing back. There is going to be the Siege Camp pushing in through this bottom lane. 20 talent tiers just around the corner for the members of Winky Face as they do now hit that. And they can try and fight in their favor with these 20 talent tiers. And that seems like that's the play. They do have the Saldruin's Might forward. They're going to blink forward, but the rest of the team's a little bit behind. They need to chase into this. And that's Lucio just with the Boostio is just like, no, we're out of here. We don't want this. Now it is 20-20, but I still think that's just not a fight that they really want to take. They want to regain a little bit more map control, push out their lanes, maybe grab a camp when they do come off cooldown. About a minute left on this one. Siege camps are about 27 seconds and 2 minutes on the right. What's our boss timing at? Minute 20. So yeah, they're checking out these camps and they're setting up for this. But at the same time, the members of Say the Murlocs are like, we don't have to get camps. We can just sit around the next 2 objectives, which are top and mid, and that would shred through this bottom lane keep and potentially core. This siege camp steal. We'll see if this works out for them. Hold on. Let's jump onto the Anubrak vision. We know where they are. Well, we did for a couple seconds. They might have repositioned. Anubrak stepping forward, go into the bush. They actually... They're going to try and dive onto this. That's going to be the, oh my god, the Earth Grasping... Is it Earth Grasping Totem I think he had at 16? It's like an 80% slow from the Rhaegar. I do believe that's what the 16 talent tier is, and... Because I know he went to the totem at 16. Hold on, Earthgrass Totem. Yeah, the 90, not 80%, 90% slow. That is just devastating right there as the Break It Down did come out from the Lucio. Wailing Arrow was out from the Sylvanas as well. They confirmed the bottom lane keep. Now Winky Face wants to step further forward. There's no Anubrak for the next 39 seconds. That is the Storm Earth and Fire being popped by the Chen, but look at how much damage just went out. Michaelin now turns around after getting the Ancestor healing, and that's Alarak going down. They've picked off 2. Can they make it 3 as they step further forward? Chen is going to be back into that main form in just a few moments here. That is the Misha Bear able to get out, just tanking that core damage, but not going down. They find a Lucio kill. Now Shaggy in the main form of Chen is going to be having a lot of damage thrown onto them. They pop that stagger for a few moments, but Sanctification was used by that Tyrael, who did go into the Holy Arena, actually, and now they start to siege up onto this core. The members of Winky Face are turning it around, and they have brought game number 1 in their favor. GG. Well played. That is an insane game number 1. Oh my god, Tatsuki, I completely missed that. Thank you so much for the raid. Holy crap. Holy crap. Thank you all so much. I completely missed it at the end of the game right there. Oh my god, there's so much in chat. Thank you so much, Tatsuki, you amazing human being. I hope your games were really, really fun. I hope your viewer games were a blast. And I hope you're more awake. We have a bunch of things to resend, so let's do this really quickly. Holy crap. Thank you, Palindrome, for the host. Thank you, Tatsuki, for the raid. You beautiful humans. Host connection. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Selexia, thank you so much for the 69 bits. You were busy, don't be sorry. I'm gonna. Alright.
Oh, bitch.
Selexia, thank you so much for the 5 months of for the tier 1 subscription for 5 months. Thank you, seriously. I'm currently getting all the map information set up, so I'm not just I know how to talk, I swear. Thank you. You all are just beautiful. Okay. I want that. Let's get a message to the other team and show stats once more.
Subscribed.
Boop. Paco the Sage, thank you so much for the 2 months. Tatsuki, so like you're just gonna put a bunch of Bahamut's in a hat, and that's what you're gonna pull, right? You're gonna pull only Bahamut's name out for those freaking really cool sunglasses, right? Also, I don't know, are the entries done for that, Tatsuki? Can people still enter into that giveaway? Because if they are, feel free to share it in chat. I don't know if it's closed yet. All right, cool. Beer. Oh, Tootie. It's actually it's my neighbor's, well, also my friend. My neighbor's 25th anniversary today, so I'm going to be going over there and having a beer after cast. But also, Malls, thank you so much for the 100 bits. Seriously, thank you everyone for all the support. We got great games coming up. I know how to cast because I totally updated the team scores, and it's just now going through it. It takes a couple of seconds. Okay. Cool. We got a map. Let me go ahead and make this, and we'll get going. We have another best of 3 after this one, so please, if you are enjoying the stream, please go ahead and hit that follow button if you haven't already. And get you a drink or snack and watch some games. Come watch games. Invite to game. Alrighty. It closed this morning. I need to count. Just running a bit behind. Oh my god. I want that so bad. I want those sunglasses so bad. But yeah, if you are new to the stream from the host, my name is Bahamut. I do a lot of casting for different community leagues. I've casted for Tespa Collegiate Series with J-How. I've casted in Heroes Hype. I've casted in Nexus Gaming Series and Heroes Lounge for their S Division as well as their amateur league. So I've been all over the place. And if you like Heroes casting content, this is the place for it. This is the only place. And there's tons of great places like Palindrome. She's a great caster. There you all go. He is currently hiding his face under his toy, which is just adorable, and you had to see it as well. So there, what? Hash Browns, thank you so much for the tier 1 subscription, my friend. Thank you, thank you. Already subbed. Oh, Ghost Bear. Remember, everyone on Twitch Prime, his beard becomes master. Remember, every Twitch Prime, his beard becomes master of all. There can only be one. Let me get the other team in here. But seriously, thank you all for bringing all your friends over here and watching the games. We are pushing for partner. The big thing that we're trying to get is just the transcoding, so that way people who can't handle a 1080 60 FPS stream, which it happens. Like, my friend lives in rural Michigan, and he's just like, I can't watch your stream half the time. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'll try and let you know when I have transcoding. There can only be one Ginger Master Beard. Moonshin, how you doing? Thanks for coming by. Feels like heaven. Yes, ooh. It's actually very, very warm in here. I should have made this iced tea instead of making it hot tea, but choices. Oh, also, I've done one of my favorite castings was with Cat Peach, and we did the the Bush League. Oh my god. Bring it back. Bring back another season of Bush League. Do it. I dare you. That way we can drink gin and tonics and yell about Here's the Storm. We got teams that are ready. Let's get going into game number 2. Alrighty, everybody. We are set to go. Oh, wait, hold on. Most important, I gotta give him a spooky word. And now I'll push the button. Alright, everybody. We are going to be heading into our second map this evening, and it is going to be... Welcome to the Nexus Gaming Series. I am your caster, Bahamut. On the left-hand side, we've got the members of Save the Murloc, and on the right, we have the members of Winky Face. They are up 1 game in our Best of 3 series, and if you're at home and you just got here and you're like, wait, Bahamut, how the heck did we get to Dragonshire, and why is it game number 2? Don't worry. I haven't updated the information, so I don't have you just yet. Hold on. Hold on. I got you. The home team this evening, Save the Murloc, lost the coin flip. The members of Winky Face opted for first pick for the first match. They banned out Infernal Shrines as well as Volskaya Foundry. Towers of Doom and Cursed Hollow were banned out by Sky Temple. By the members of Save the Murloc, Sky Temple was the first map chosen by Save the Murloc and lost by them. Dragonshire is going to be the second map chosen by Winky Face, as Save the Murloc has opted for first pick in our game number 2. We are back into the draft, as I already see some bans here. Oh, a Dahaka ban again. Not really wanting to deal with that Dahaka throughout this evening, as well as the Joanna as well. Going well. How does it go with you? It is going very good. I've been looking forward to this cast all day, and thank to everyone who bring friend here. But thanks to everyone who rated and hosted to bring over all the friends, and now we have more people to watch great games and to cheer on. Nobody lets me feed like I want to in Bush League. Game 1 season so game 1 of like the last season, Fringe dies to a camp, and I got it right on stream, and it will live in my heart forever. That clip is like easily findable, and if you want to post it in chat, please do, Ghost Bear. Baha, do the HOTS Heroes alphabet now that it's possible? Oh, what are you saying? Like to do like a how to play video? Because I'm not that person. I'm not that smart about this game. Zeratul and Dahaka are going to be banned on the left-hand side. We have a Joanna and a Ana on the right going to be banned out. Rexar and Murden. High priority onto that Rexar once again coming out from Winky Face. It seems like it got them a lot of value in the last game in the later portion. Murden going to be coming out here, a very aggressive hero on that right. Abathur is something that I didn't note at all on Dragonshire, a very powerful hero. Also going to be able to not rebuff, but repair the buildings with the only hero in the game who still has Mule. But I want to die to a camp too. You want to live up to the fringe? You want to live up the fringe life? Pokecheck, how you doing? Wait, no. Wait, I'm confused. Oh, you're saying as in like sing the alphabet for all the heroes? All right, I'll work on it. I'll write it down. B, Brightwing. That's going to be Malthael and Rhaegar going to be picked up on the left-hand side. That's Ancestral Healing from the Malthael on this Cho'Gall, please? Cho'Gall. Cho'Gall it. Do it. Just Cho'Gall it. Cho'Gall it. Do it. I dare you. I bet you won't. Please. They need a main tank, and they need a little extra damage as well. If we're talking about realistic drafts here, I actually really like the Jaina ban out because of the fact that she is... when you clone from the Abathur, the baseline, that Frost, when it's applied to a hero, the clone will get that. Now, it is a baseline Jaina. It's not talented or anything. I think it's just scaled by level. So you just have that extra damage, but it is going to be increased as well, and you just have double burst. And Jaina has some great burst. Just play the game with Fringe. It's confirmed he's defeats. Ash Runs, thank you for coming by. They picked a dwarf. They get my support. All right, Angry Dwarf. Thanks for coming by as well, my friend. I hope you're having a great night. Vala and Tassadar on the right-hand side going to be picked up with this Murd and Rexxar. That's a great like 3-4 combo. Vala's made some big waves in the later half of I would say our season, but we actually just started a new season. But I'll say for the Nexus Gaming Series season, Anub'arak once again going to be picked up by Save the Murloc. Do they get a Murloc? No, it's going to be Li Ming. Yeah, realistically, like, Cho'Gall would be fun and all, but no, like, a double Li Ming, a double Malthael, a double Anub'arak, that's some really great prowess right there, but that's a hyper carry Vala for the bottom lane, with a Murd maybe doing a little bit of rotations between mid and bottom, and Rexxar for the top. I really like that. I tab out and Tatsuki grew a beard. It's me! I like sharks. Kappa is my dog, and, I'm trying to think of other things, but I'm drawing blanks, and this is very... Now I feel bad. I have a cat, which Bahamut never asked the name of, so he doesn't know it, because he's rude. Div S through 7 announced yet? For what? Oh, are you talking about, like, Heroes Lounge? I think... Didn't they just close signups or something? I saw something today. I can never be as cool as Tatsuki. That's the truth, though. We are going to be getting into our game here in just a second, and... Overall, I think we're in for a doozy. Hyper carry versus this Abathur dive-ish composition with some great blow-up.
Prepare for combat.
Alrighty, let's get into it. On the left-hand side, we have got the members of Save the Murloc who are going to be trying to bring it back. I couldn't tell the difference, to be honest. Save the Murloc has Apollo on the Li Ming. We have Kular is going to be on the Malthael. Shaggy will be on that Abathur. Sean will be on the Anub'arak, and Odium Reigns will be on the Rhaegar. On the right-hand side, we got the members of Winky Face also, or excuse me, up one game in this best of 3 series. We have Genzor is going to be on the Murd, and Full Mango, or Full Papaya is apparently, that's what Twitch likes as well. On the Rexxar, Michael will be on the Vala, Zhao going to be on that Ariel, and Brickhouse will be on the Tassadar. Let's see what they're able to do here, is that is going to be a raw orb from Li Ming already coming out. I'm just going to connect onto a few right there, but they have the Michael and just taking a lot of damage. Yeah, signups closed yesterday. I want you to cast some of my Heroes Lounge games with Hero. Alright, Hash Browns. Let me know what the team name is, and I'll keep an eye out for you guys. And I'm of course going to be falling into this wonderful, wonderful lapse that I always fall into with every community league, which is this one's going to be halfway to almost near completion or getting into the playoffs, and another one's going to be starting up, so I'll probably miss the first couple weeks because it's just like, well, playoffs are started out and like, playoffs are here. Odium Reigns taking a lot of damage. Zhao needs to back up as well. These healers are just, I mean, nervous already. We do have that On a Pale Horse with a Malthael going to be trying to make some quicker rotations in between these lanes. Look at this Abathur out in top lane. Just, I want to... that's... When you're playing against an Abathur, that's the most annoying thing to see, because you're just like, alright, you know, I know you're trying to bait me to come into the front gate, but that's just, no, I'm not going to. I'm just going to continue to push up my wave, play it safe, and then let my friendly team steal, or let the enemy team steal away this camp. Actually, hold on, Odium Reigns needs to back out. Genzors will be able to dominate over this camp and force the enemy team out of here. That is going to be Full Mango coming down to help out as well. Odium Reigns is going to be targeted by Myclin, but was the chase a little too deep? Seems like it actually worked out for them. They retarget onto Apollo. That's going to be a Anub'arak with 1 stun, and that stun actually saved Apollo from going down. But here's the thing with the double support, Myclin's just going to be completely fine. It's just like, come on guys, come on, let's keep up, keep up. I need you to keep me, you know, healthy while I auto-attack this camp and steal it away. And they're all still trying to like, well, wait, we need to clear bottom lane. We can't let Abathur can't get value here. So it's really, really good fast pressure coming out from Winky Face, and that's what this composition does. This is what the hyper carry does. They're going to make fast decisions, fast rotations, and they're going to try and catch you in some of those rotations as maybe you're a little bit lagged between the mid and bottom, or as maybe you're staggering out, you know, or mounting up while the rest of the team has already moved into a different lane. So it's just constantly having some pressure across the board, being in a different place, and not really showing and the enemy team not having a complete understanding of where you are is how this composition will really work out. And it so far has worked out that right. They've gotten 1 kill, and that's yielded them a little experience. Nice use of the Detainment Strike right there onto Sean into the wall. They also did have the repeated offense at level 4. I think they need 6 stacks. Yes. But it's extra damage as well as the so it's range and stun damage. Okay. But hold, oh, Michael. Nice use of the Detainment Strike once again just to push back the Sanubrak, who's going to be stepping up onto Michael. And this is going to be the charge so far in favor for the members of Winky Faces, and Nubrak will be going down here. The multi-shot doesn't get the kill. I think the Abathur hat was just enough to save that. Genzors, no, they're not going to be able to get it. And now with this Abathur hat, they're going to be diving in. Can they get the kill? They just get the Reaper's Mark. Is the well going to be enough? Nope. And unfortunately, tapping well like that, that means that they're going to have that for 120 seconds of a cooldown, and that's 13 seconds left on their death timer. So this early in the game, tapping well like that, I get where they're coming from. You're just like, I can get the well, I can stay alive, and unfortunately that damage over time is just going to, just the Reaper's Mark right there was enough to just get them over the line for that damage over time. Nice little rhyme. As Keelar is going to be in this mid lane getting caught out by the Misha charge. That's going to be Brickhouse actually just saying, it's whatever, like I just want the Dragonite. But this might not work out. Brickhouse used to use the phase shift out of there. And now Muradin's back. The death timers are low. And oh, they've managed to get over bottom lane just in time. You found the link? Alright, I'll have to check that out after this game, Ghost Bear. Bojanglin Frank, I think? Thank you so much for the follow, my friend. I appreciate that. Nice. Just these Detainment Strikes from Zhao are so on point. Every single one is just getting a stack of that repeated offense. We have Misha on top. We have the couple members down here with the channel, or not full channel just yet. Nice Detainment Strike into the wall. Again, 4 minutes and 10 seconds on that. They could have waited 10 more seconds, really. Like, come on, Zhao. Michaelin is going to be in a rough spot, but they do get some decent healing. They're able to get that vault out as well. They've actually put Zhao in a bit of a rough spot as well. Do they have a Detainment Strike to push back any of these enemy members? But no, Bakular might have actually gone too far forward as they get picked off. Dragonite was picked up by, I believe, Muradin in mid lane. I think we're right on that. It'll show me in the top bar in a second. Yeah, Muradin was the one who picked that up. So they'll siege in through mid lane with the Dragonite. They'll siege in through bottom lane with this hyper carry Vala. Top lane has the Rexar Misha that could go up here as well. They got a wave, and this is the Dragonite still. And like, this triple lane of siege is exactly what you want to do, and this is, you'll get so much value from this. Typically, you're not allowed to do this because you jump in with your Dragonite and you try and push in that lane as well. But since they have siege in all three of these lanes that are so well, and Muradin has their own kind of not kind of, but they have their own disengage with the Dwarf Toss, as well as their own self-sustain with that passive. That's not, it's a great spot for Muradin to be in that Dragonite sieging in another lane, also pulling some of the other members out of lane as Li Ming does go down in this bottom lane. We do have Abathur still holding top lane very, very well. Oof, that never gets old. That has to be Fringe dying then to the camp. And this is also what I was talking about in the draft a little bit, this Mule getting some value, trying to heal back up that fort, but they instantly kill it right there. Muradin moves down as well. The Stormbolt doesn't connect, and they're going to be able to get the bottom lane fort. Abathur will put up a little bit of a contest, but meanwhile, this is going to be Mango fully pushing in top lane. And of course, I move out of the lane. I'm like, look at this top lane siege. Malthael dies. But that is also going to be 10 talent here on the right-hand side. Let's cycle through some of the other numbers. We can see those at the top. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Maybe just to note that it's Archon instead of Force Wall. I think you can go either or. Archon gets a lot of value. Force Wall is such a nuisance. Oh my god, Michaelin taking so much damage right there. Needs to back out quick. And then you can see they're trying to get this damage out, and they're baiting them a little bit. The Genzors will be stepping further forward. Vault forward as well. Gonna try and get a multi-shot out here, maybe get a little bit of damage. They just back right out. Get some siege in here with the Siege Giants as the enemy team doesn't have their 10s just yet. Still to note, Rexar in top lane, pushing further forward, using this Misha to check in the bush. Rexar does siege very well, and that Misha just anchoring to get vision as a ward is a really, really good tool and a really good strategy. That way they're pushing up against this Abathur the entire time. They don't have full vision of the enemy team, but at least they're going to be able to have that scouting if they do try and come up right there. Ektar, I stand nowhere on that debate. Rip Force Wall? A little bit, yeah. I stand nowhere on that debate, Ektar. Nowhere. I don't even get the debate. I don't get it. Somebody explain it. Or argue it. I don't know. If you want. They're going to hold Bruiser Camp in bottom lane. This is going to be the Li Ming in mid, pushing this out as well. They have 10 talents of their own, and nothing really out of the ordinary for them as well. It's not like we're going to be having Evolve Monstrosity or anything like that. We're going to be having that Ultimate Evolution. They're trying to put some damage on a healer up here, and that's going to be full Mango getting pinged as well. They want to get out of here. They could throw Lacerates onto that Misha Bear, and that's a great way to kind of build up the stacks early. She's an easy target for that Malthael. Bottom lane camp was picked up as they do have these altars going to be popping up here in a second. Or actually, you know, they're fully active. I saw them blink on the map and I was like, is it the 30-second counter? No, we're fully active. So this will be the look at the sneak up into the top lane. They're going to try and pull the enemy team into bottom with all this pressure coming in through. Gensers will be down here as well. No one able to pick up the Dragonite, but I don't think that's their main concern at the time. They want to open up this map a little bit further than maybe get the Dragonite to try and end with it right there. 13 talents here over their enemy team as they... Oh, that's a nice Detainment Strike. Oh, the cleanse is so good from Odium Rain, but they don't get enough. They don't even get the Ancestral there in time, and that will be the pickoff onto the Anubrak. They start to siege in this bottom lane a little bit further. Can they end it here is the question that I have. Actually, the other thing too is, do they want to end it? Their posturing doesn't look that way, but you never know. They could step further forward and look at that wraparound right now into Odium Rains. They're going to find that Vala is just ruthless right now with the Rain of Vengeance onto that Abathur before they could get out of that. Can be a great pickup for them right there as we're just trying to find someone without a questing talent. That's a nice knockback from the Ariel, I think, onto Sean. Webwrap did go onto Gensers. They still pick up the Dragonite, and that's going to be last rates going onto Murden as the Crystal Aegis connects onto Welcule are very, very low, and they're going to be able to, I think, walk right out of that one. Michaelin might have stepped a little too far forward, but the shielding and the healing will be good enough. They're sieging onto this core. Look at the Dragonite now in bottom lane coming on through. Seems like they want to try and end it with this now. Can they do it? Everyone's up and available. The big thing is, oh no, Killer is going to get caught out there for a hot second. The cleanse goes out as well. Gensers is a little bit low, but the Dragonite's waylaying on core. And I think with the Dragonite on core right here and the siege camp sieging behind as well as the catapult that's not really sure how to do its job right there, they are going to be having the GGs, I guess, and that is going to be game number 2 over to the members of Winky Face. GG. Well played. Alexstrasza, Blaze, Calcia, Cassia, Diva, ETC, Phoenix, Garrosh, Hanzo, Imperius, Junkrat, Kerrigan, Lucio, Muradin, Nazebo, Orphea, Probius, Yuhara, there's no R right there. Ragnaros. Oh, I think someone might have, oh, yeah, Pokecheck got it in there. Samuro, Tassadar, Uther, Vala, Whitemane, Zul, Urel, Zarya. Are you about to not use Asmodan as A in this chat? Poke check. How you about to play me like that? Hold on 1 second. I need to watch this clip for myself. Clip, please. Clip, please. I don't even need the sound. Oh, I forgot it was... Hold on. I'm so sorry. No, we're watching this as a stream. Hold on. I forgot that they put like this much into it. I know we need to be getting an interview right now, but hold on. Hold on right now. You can also see my favorite news songs that I like to listen to. Boop! Alright, I know we need to be looking at that stuff, but look at this. Meanwhile, Rhaegar is going to be soloing on this camp. What DJ? I'm so sorry, stream. That is just so good. Yo, Carpet Feelers, thank you so much for the 3 months of Tier 1 subscription. I'm going to resend that because I completely missed it. Thank you so much for all the support, my friend. I really do appreciate that. Because Alexstrasza thicker than Aspen. That's fair. Very, very fair.
GG.
Does one player want to do an Really quickly, also to note, this is not the only best of 3 that we have this evening. We have one more coming up after this. We're gonna get into this interview, and then we'll jump into that game after a short, small break. But let me let them know lobby 1. And we're gonna go ahead and get them in here in just a moment. Whoever was that? Who made that clip? It's just so good. But at this time, we are going to be joined by Brickhouse. How you doing, my friend? Congratulations on your 2-0 victory.
Thank you very much. We're pleased with ourselves. It was a good team win.
So
they made some good plays. You gotta hand it to them. They certainly saved the Murloc, especially in game 1. That was my heart was going a little faster than I probably should.
Let's talk about game number 1 right there, because that was actually a really, really good back and forth, and that went on for some time. It seemed like they had a lot of good map control, a lot of good pressure. What was it that kind of turned it around for the fight, or for the team? Was it that fight over the bruiser camp in the top right of the map, and you had that huge sanctification just kind of turned it around, or was it just kind of a slow build up to that point and maybe a little bit beyond?
I think it was the former. We weren't executing as to our potential early in the game. And then later in the game, we had some good engages, and the Sanks were wonderful. Genzors did a great job, and I think that really allowed us to turn the tide.
I agree, because it was a great back and forth. I had so much fun with that match because I honestly didn't know who it was going to be going over to, and that end push through bottom lane was just so strong and really, really well played. Jumping into game number 2, they want first pick priority, and then you have map choice. Dragonshire seemed really comfortable for your team right there. Did things kind of just line up? Was it just you guys got the picks you wanted? Was it the hyper carry composition? Because there seemed like there could have been so many factors, but you just looked so comfortable on that map.
We took the momentum from game 1.
Okay.
I think, I mean, it's not necessarily our best map. I mean, we practice all the maps. We try to do our best on all of them, and we made a lot of good plays. Our comms were outstanding in that game. I got to hand it to everybody with that, because that was absolutely critical. A map like Dragonshire, you got to be on the same page as everyone else to know what's going on.
It is definitely a big map, a lot of good rotations, and a lot of good rotations coming out from your team. And I think, that's a good highlight right there is comms from game 1 and riding that kind of high in a sense, and then bringing it into game 2 and just keeping that going. It's a great way to kind of stay on top. And even if you lose a little bit here and there, that push and pull in a match, you seem to just kind of bounce back every single time. It was really, really great to watch, and it's a strong. You could definitely see the shot calling in that game number 2 was really, really on point. It was targeted. You were just very forward with what you're thinking, and the aggression from Michaelin was amazing that entire time. Like I was highlighting at the early portion how quickly they were just like, it was almost like they were doing things and just telling the 2 supports like, hey, catch up, like, stay right behind me. I need to go ahead and get all these kills, because it seemed that way for a little bit of the game.
Yeah, I mean it's a team effort. I mean, Michaelin did a good job, but you can't discount what Zao did. And obviously with Mango and Genzors kind of not getting the spotlight, probably not showing up on the cast too much. They held their lanes and did their jobs.
Oh no, they do. I try and get everybody in this, and I gotta also highlight big one right there is Zao. That entire time with all of those detainment strikes were just insanely on point. Like I highlighted that as well, because like an Ariel to finish in 4 minutes and 10 seconds on repeated defender, and almost like I think every single detainment strike after getting that talent was a connection onto a wall, and that's a huge thing that like I think a lot of people overlook, and just the value also coming out from you on a Tassadar. Like it was great watching your team perform in game 2. Not to put down the other team in any way, shape, or form. It's just very, very on point and very synergistic. It was so great to watch. Before I let you go, any closing comments or any shots you'd like to give? The floor is yours.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to the whole team. I want to say thank you to Full Mango, Michael, and Zao, and Genzors. You guys are great to play with. Thank you so much for all your hard work and dedication and mental toughness in tough games like Game 1. I also want to give a shout out to Inveclad, who we play with as well. Wasn't here tonight, so shout out to you, and thank you for keeping it real and putting in the work that needs to be done. And shout out to you as well for casting us, because it's always a pleasure to be casted and to review the game and be able to improve on your gameplay.
Well, I'm glad you enjoy. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed the games, and I hope you enjoy the replay cast. You have a wonderful night, my friend. Enjoy your 2-0 victory.